Hi, hello. Welcome to the Consularship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for a channeled reading, perhaps an open reading. We'll be using the Cosmic Coven by Lillian Lazenby. This is from Ripe Avocado, new publishing, our newer publishing company. It's getting hot and juicy. Listen, if you're welcome, okay. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Vertex of Abundance is the galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. It's an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to serve you. Go ahead and smash that like button if anything that is said resonates deeply with you. Comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. I was disturbed out of my rest to do this message, so I did feel the thunderbolt come. And there's just this energy that is dogged, that doesn't seem to want to quit. And honestly, I feel like the tower is falling. And we're kind of indestructible right now. Strength card. You know, the strength and the temperance together means detaching. There's the justice on the other side. So some kind of fairness is coming. It seems like there's skills testing or verdict testing or judgment testing or power testing. I think I'm getting the energy of like a search for loopholes. And we're over here very humble. They're over there looking for strength, looking for a way to overcome whatever is coming, because there's been some energy of like having the upper hand for a long time, and it's not like that shifting or changing, but it's like that matters less these days. You know, as the golden age awakens, more and more and more of society is aware that Prime Source Creator is alive in them. So the disparity, the dichotomy, the difference, the differentiation is much less. The judgment in the star is a natural born like witch or healer or somebody with a charism, a spiritual gift. And Death Star, there's a shift, a change, an evolution, and transformation in our life path, spirit, karma, destiny. With the Judgment card here, there's some kind of ushering in like a new awakening. Yeah, because there's a lot of vying for power here. I'm getting that energy very strongly. There's the energy here of like ending something. It can be the pain of realization. It could also be shifts in the reputation. It seems like there's a new path. It's not 100% new. It's like a chapter has ended and a new one begins, according to life path, spirit, karma, destiny. But there's also this energy here of oath breaking, covenant breaking, corruption. You either travel to a dark place or travel from a dark place. Yeah, breaking free from prison. There's binds that have held us back here. There's post-traumatic stress as well. Some kind of sorcery or curse or hex making is broken. We see things from a different perspective as a collective here. So the infernal throne is speaking up. Okay. Yeah, hangman. There's a shifting of age here. We're leaving the Bronze Age or Iron Age and we're going back to the Golden Age. Something here is happening. This has been mentioned for the last few years, the end of the Kali Yuga. So let's read this out for a second. There's a whole coming into formation of chosen beings or heavenly beings or exalted, benevolent, ascended beings. There's fortune and misfortune here, affiliated systems. A lot of things were connected. A lot of chosen children were going through cycles where they were like suffering in public. Really, their faith was being tested, but those around them, their spirituality was being tested. You know, some tests are assessments. Other tests are examination. Examination, you get a grade A, B, C, you know, pass, fail. Um, with an assessment, it's like, where do you fall on the scale? Are you advanced? Are you needing improvement? Basically, are you mastered, adept, initiate, neophyte? So a lot of folks didn't pass the test, but these folks were not in the chosen cabal, the chosen formation. They were kind of, you know, are you going to hell, purgatory? Are you going to paradise? Are you going to heaven? And people were getting exactly what they wanted, but the thing about it is like there were collectives. This is about collectives. People have been, you know, birds of a feather, and you know, like recognizes like, real recognizes real. People were already kind of energetically going whichever way they were going to go. There's a whole group of people, us mainly, watching that were under some kind of darker energy because we were being targeted in some kind of way. By the way, I've erected the tower, this all 22 major arcanas. There's a closing of the door here. Whatever this incarnational cycle has taught us, our virtue, our highly favored, blessed, chosen, anointed status is what is helping us succeed. We wouldn't have survived if we weren't chosen, anointed, highly blessed, favored. There was a lot of dark feminine energy, basically Luciferian, trying to get us to deny our self-worth and value and to not go after what we deserve. Also the dark feminine archetype, the Jezebel archetype. A lot of people sacrifice their everything, meaning their eternal self, for their primal self, which is what incarnated into this lifetime. So they trip themselves up out of their spot, essentially, is what this was communicating. Mm. I gotta run something through here. I don't know why I'm annoyed. I'm sure there's a purpose. I just there's gonna be a lot of soul healing, but it's portions of the soul group. Okay. There's some type of homecoming, but to be honest, it feels like there's something on the earth ushering in, maybe paradise, maybe Eden. Okay, well, at least that was quick. Oh, it's the wee early hours. I don't want a lot of excitement right now. Okay, so the right gate, the blue gate is opening. I'm not quite certain what's going on, but there's something here. I'm sorry, it was the yellow gate. There's something here. So it's really telling me a lot about the sun. We've made a discovery about our spiritual self. A part of us died or transformed. Sun and the Death card. That could also be Scorpio season. Again, Six of Cups. We had that just before. The Page of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Sun card. They kept talking with this Knight of Swords. So something's rushing in very quickly. It's healing, redemption, savior. Page of Wands, Four of Cups. It's an invitation to play. It's something is in it's literally blessed. The name is God's hand. I always say, or I've been saying lately, source creator God. That's a more universal term. But when you have the Hangman Wheel of Fortune, literally it means God's hand. The only other take on that is Sudarsana chakra, which is one of the divine weaponry. It's one of the most powerful. Queen of Swords. So I am right on the money. The thing about it is like we've assumed the Queen of Swords energy because there's about to be some austerity, but only in certain parts. It's almost like we've got to let a few people down, or we need to assert um, some authority, and it's as if there's energies, entities, ideologies that we've been dealing with or that are in near proximity that are going to be under some kind of suspension. Certain things are going to move through the channels, and it's going to be prickly, a prickly expansion. There's terms and conditions being placed on energies around us, and some messages are coming out late. Basically, like you effed around. Now you found out you were playing stupid games. Now you win stupid prizes. Like you thought you could try, or you were getting comfortable disrespecting, or like you thought you had this implied consent, or you took my kindness for weakness. That kind of energy, because it's all swords now, every single one, and it's more than just the three. It's like deep. We're getting a bunch of swords now. So this is some people are beginning to see like they were blind, or they were being willfully blind, or willfully whatever they were doing. It's like, oh no, 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 I really fooled myself, or you fooled me, and that's audacity to do something, to perpetrate some kind of slight, some type of misgiving, and then play the victim instead of being accountable, saying, oh yeah, I did that. I'm sorry. I don't know where my mind was at, or I was not acting right, or I was misguided. I really didn't play those cards right, or gee, my bad, I was acting stupid. Uh, Let me shut my mouth. I just, or karma just reverberated too quickly. Instead of opening up the heart, being vulnerable and transparent, they start doing sleight of hand stuff, that toxic personality style truth. Weaving some little, trying to create a court, seeing what'll catch, instead of using that opportunity to get to higher ground and say, okay, let me detach from that toxic behavior. Maybe they don't have to call it that, but let me detach from that behavioral style, personality trait, and move on towards vulnerability, authenticity, openness. That's what I'm getting. There's a shift here. And it basically is saying change your reputation or putting an end to something. Because now something is in God's hand, and it's the group of chosen children. Another word for that is Elohim or earth angels. I'm also hearing something about the order of the thrones. Okay, so that's the Ophanim Irelim. Got a positive reaction there. Okay, so it's I was hearing this, and I say this a lot, so I'll try to say it less, but we're falling into formation, but it's specifically according to divine origin and lineage. The different choirs of angels are falling into formation, and right now it's the very bottom Sephira and the third from the top. Those two Sephira. So the Irarim, also known as the Ophanim, and then down at the bottom, the Elohim. It's the second from the bottom and the bottom, but they kind of act in unison. So there's really very little distinction unless you are an angel. Then you understand the ranking. But it's the earth angels, the earth angels. We're falling into formation because something is opening. There's a gate opening and a shift happening. We're leaving or moving away from darkness because we're a humble teacher, or we finally acquired our ranking, one or the other. We could also find a humble teaching or humble teacher, but it's saying that we are this humble teacher. We've accumulated this rank. It might have just hit with the tower card. That's kind of like a DNA activation, but it's saying like something has moved through this dark incarnation. And we were actually set in a highly favored, chosen, blessed situation. We graduated something, Emperor with the Sun. Let me check that. Yeah, it's an invitation to go on to some kind of rank according to birthright, birth virtue, page of wands. Yeah, no, we made it through the ranks, and we were tested a lot. Seven of Cups is a lot of different tests. We made it. We definitely made it. Seven of Cups merges into Ten of Cups. We made it. We defended off a lot of situation, and our soul came out very clean and pure. Queen of Cups. Those we made some kind of test. We graduated here. Sun and the Emperor. So our path is being transformed. It's not a change in path. So we had to navigate through the dark. Chariot with the devil, Queen of Swords. We had to really be righteous and virtuous here. And we did that thing. So now we're ready to receive some kind of material blessing. And I feel like that's been what this interference has been. And don't let we can check the other side. I don't really want to. But there's been this like maladaptive, aristocratic, perfunctory, vainglorious, false pride, illusionary success energy of like, oh, you're never gonna, ha, ha, oh, I don't deal with la di da type of folk, or I'm getting that energy. Bigotry, usually it's the king of wands you get bigotry from, but I'm just picking that up. Yeah, they were closed, miserly, while we were sitting there being wounded. But see, when this happens, your heart either opens up or closes. So the Three of Swords, the wound is where the light shines through. A broken heart is an open heart or a lost soul. Okay, so the King of Swords has come 3 times. We've gained some type of supreme authority here because we're chosen. 9 of Cups, we've made it. So this specifically is talking about the Luciferian agenda. I would, of course, now I understand why I got woken up at the wee hours of the morning, because it's really leaning deeply into the soul and its awakening. And there's some kind of stronghold that it had that's slipping. And this energy is so dead set on us not knowing who we are. It's so dead set on us not having our self-worth and value and what we deserve. King of Pentacles, it's so dead set on us not activating or awakening that it can't see what's going on. It's like, okay, well, you're going to be out with the old now because you're not evolving. You're becoming a relic. You're leaving receipts. You're exposing yourself. We can see you. And it's like everything around on that end, it's like, you know, the tower's falling, is what this is saying. Now, there's another situation here where we're going to meet our person. This is bleeding into every reading. So this happens in times of massive change, because sometimes meeting a person will lead us to a new group of people. Sometimes meeting a person will be that last bit of activation. It's like a mirror. And just because we meet a person doesn't mean we walk with them. It doesn't also mean that we leave in conflict. Sometimes you meet your twin and you don't get to be with them for the rest of your life. It's something that people can't hear. They seem to be like, oh, understand that twin is an assignment. And sometimes we don't have that assignment to walk happily ever after with them. Happily ever after really is not upon the earth. It's a misnomer. Sometimes you meet your twin and it's a catalytic event, and that will become your karmic if you try to force a situation. But if you're going this way and they're going that way and your paths cross only for a moment, it should be a massive awakening activation moment. Okay? It's not always like that. Sometimes we do get to be with our twin, but that's an assignment. Those are very, it's not a chaotic relationship, but it is a lot. It is a whole lot. It's like a job that you're on call all the time. So you may be thinking you get the weekend off or you get to have a full night's sleep, and you go to sleep and you've been asleep 2 hours, and all of a sudden the little bat signal is going off, the little beeper is dirt alert, and you're not allowed to sleep in. And that's like back to back to back to back to back. That's kind of like what a twin flame connection is, because you serve the community, you serve the divine agenda. There's a lot of misnomers on Earth. It's sad to see sometimes. No, it's a lot to clarify for folks. So we got everything here. There's one little thing I want to. There's a ruling coming down. Okay. Yeah. So I was detecting that, but I didn't see it. So some of the powers that be are becoming the powers that were, and they're worried. They're trying to see they can hold on to their positions any longer. 5 of Swords. They're realizing that whatever they did was very short-sighted. and they're not able to hold the field any longer. Whatever racket that they built that they're benefiting out of is ending because everyone that is in this racket is evolving, and so they're not able to contain something. The Queen of Pentacles, they're not able to hold on to our spiritual inheritance anymore. It also is that there's a new type of creativity or a new type of femininity or a new type of um, embodiment. The physical side of spiritual affairs is augmenting, changing, maturing, transitioning. And basically, it's because the spiritual knowledge, so Saraswati, the Shakti energy on the earth is being embodied in a more pure, divine, authentic, something of that nature way. Empress with the full card. With combined with the world that's Shakti energy, specifically we're dealing with, I just heard Adi Shakti, but we're dealing with Sati Devi and we're dealing with um, Saraswati, spiritual knowledge. Because before it was Dana Lakshmi, so there was some kind of collective or celestial wealth in the hand of the dark cabal. And there's been an edict where they're being cleared out. It's been happening for a few years, but it comes in levels, it comes in ranks. Each kingdom has 9 different rankings. So um, the top gets notified, and the way to topple the top is to remove its support. So um, there's a lot of chosen children breaking free from hell, or those trapped in the matrix, or irretrievable, or finally being retrieved. And the groundwork has been laid for some type of massive initiation amongst the souls of divine origin. Is what I'm getting here. Are there any final messages? This is about fairness. It's really, truly, genuinely just clearing the way for those who hear the calling to be chosen. King of Swords. It's the supreme authority just making room for those who want to come through to pull through. For those who want to come home, because there's been some delayed arrivals. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. Let's pull an oracle card here from the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace. Phoenix. How's that for happily ever after? Okay, so clearly we're emerging from the flame here. That could be the star card and the death card. I see that a lot. The star card is Aritima. So just a quick, this was a reading about soul retrieval, essentially, but it's had more to do with a massive shift in the chosen collective. Some of us have just come through some kind of testing where the last bit of darkness that was on us or around us has shifted. So we passed some kind of test, but it's not test for testing's sake. We needed to go through a dark cycle to have things alive in us tested because they activate when that happens. So, of course, Phoenix rising from the ashes. Some of the powers that be are becoming the powers that were. But we were being used as an energy cycle. But now we have a little moment of rest. We can slow down this a little bit. Yeah, it went completely quiet just now. So it's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. Just a quick prayer for all those still lost out there to illusion, delusion, confusion, trapped in the matrix, lost somewhere in the seeds of time, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to a resplendent grace of the divine, unconditional love, universal oneness. Honoponopono, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I pray that your steps are ordered, your path illuminated, and that you find salvation and redemption in this lifetime. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be whole, may you be at peace, may you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, dandava, and ashe. Sayonara, Lasvidanya, Vidazane. Go ahead and smash that like button, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.